Okay, you know what I'm going to ask you first, right? November 10th, 2009.
How did I feel?
How do you feel?
How did I feel?
No, but your pocket nine told up against Darvin Moon's Queen Jack. In that moment, how did you feel?
At that time, I was pretty much glad it was all over with. I mean, it really hasn't fully hit me yet, even now. So I was kind of in a state of shock at the time.
Yeah, well, you beat out 6,493 players. I mean,
Yeah.
It has to be shocking.
It was a long World Series. I mean, the whole 2 months was pretty long, and the main event was even longer, especially when I got sick during it. But everything went pretty smooth other than that.
When did you get sick?
Around like day 3, I think. Day 3, day 4. It was pretty rough.
You were sick during the final
table? No, the final table I was all right. I just got sick like right after it ended, though.
Yeah. Take me back to that moment. You had a lot of people behind you.
Yeah.
I saw people. Were they painted? Because I wasn't there. I had missed it.
There was 4 kids that were painted that I noticed. I know they're all high-spirited, and a bunch of friends, family came out to watch, so it was fun.
Seemed like fun. I wish I was there. Darvin Moon, you got to tell me about this guy, because it seems like a lot of people characterized him as a not-so-good player because he wasn't very experienced, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard to understand like the lines he took in certain hands, like the way he played hands. So I don't know, he was kind of a tough guy to like understand how he was playing, and some of the things he did was just kind of threw me off a little bit.
Right. So how much would you agree with that? Do you think people are right that he's not so good just because he's not experienced?
I mean, he made it to the final table, got heads up, so can't take anything away from that. But I mean, he may be a little more experienced than others, but you know, that's time. You know, the more you play, the more experience you get.
I don't care. I wish I could get there.
Yeah.
I don't care how. Yeah. I don't care if I'm lucky the whole time. I'd rather be there than not, right?
Same here.
All right, Joe, let's go back a little bit. You grew up in Michigan.
Yes.
What kind of kid were you?
I was the athletic kid. I played basically every sport on a team besides football. I still played football with my friends and stuff, but that's the only sport I didn't really play on a team. And soccer was basically my whole life ever since I was little. I started when I was 4, started traveling when I was 8, and played basically my whole life.
So you've always been competitive?
Yeah.
Do you miss soccer?
I do miss soccer a little bit. I mean, I'm on a few teams back home, but I haven't really got to play since the final table or anything.
So you're pretty much a good kid. All you did was sports?
Yeah, I was the quiet kid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not so quiet. When I first met you, I was like, you're really, really quiet. Not so much anymore. I think you just have to break you in.
Yeah? I mean, once I start feeling comfortable with you, I open up a little bit more.
All right, poker. You started playing in high school?
Yeah, I started playing in high school with friends. You know, that was the thing to do, just hang out with friends. And I happened to be pretty good at it, and then I started online when I was 18.
Who introduced you to the game?
Kind of just like watching. That's how I kind of got into like all card games, especially when I was younger. Just, you know, see people playing it and then pick up on it. And same thing would happen with poker. I'm not sure if it was necessary. Kind of forget if it was the whole moneymaker boom that got really everyone into it.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, I played a little bit before that, but once everyone started playing it, that's when I really started playing a lot more.
Now we're going to jump ahead a bit because you said, was it at the age of 19 when you started playing live poker? Was it in Canada? I
played poker live when I was 18 too. They have an Indian resort a few hours from my house. I used to make the trip every so often to go play live there, and it was a few hours away, but we would, you know, me and my friends would go up there, take turns driving, you know, stay a couple days and play there.
So tell me about those early games.
The early games, I mean, I mostly played online, but it was fun to get live experience, and it was something fun to do again with your friends, and live is something I was a little bit better at than online.
Really?
Yeah, it was surprising. I mean, the game's a little easier live, so...
So what would you play, like 1-2 no limit? Would you play limit games? What did you play
in
then?
Windsor, they had the 10-20 no max game, so I would play that game, and then at Soaring Eagle, they had a 2-5 game when I was 18, and I'd play that a little bit.
So different now, huh?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your family a little bit. I heard, or I read, that your father works in the automobile industry. He got laid off during the recession, right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's struggling pretty much in the automotive industry.
Yeah, but how did that affect you then?
I mean, it's tough. You know, my sister got laid off a little bit too, and she was in automotive, and you know, a lot of people in the whole Michigan economy is pretty bad. So, you know, I always try to help out my parents before as best as I can, and now it's a lot easier too.
Must be.
Yeah.
All right. I have a quote from you that I liked a lot that I read. It said, about your parents. You said, "They let me learn from my own mistakes." I read that somewhere. Do you remember saying it?
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Okay. Now, that's a lot of trust for parents to have in you. Why do you think that is?
They trust me. You know, I I don't go out and I'm not stupid. I mean,
Yeah.
I do make mistakes, though, like everyone else do, but they know from the past, and I broke it down to them when I stopped my job and school. I told them that I was playing poker, and if it didn't work out, I had this money set aside, and it's something I was good at. I've been having success with it over a few years, so they trusted me. And if I made the mistake and it didn't work out, then I learned from it and I go back to college.
Yeah. What job did you have then?
I was busing when I was like 14 years old to like 17.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of people did that, and then you get into this poker game and you start making so much money, you're like, why am I working?
Yeah, busing, I mean, it was good money though, tips and everything, and it's hard work, but poker was a little more lucrative.
Mm-hmm. Now, you had a big downswing before the World Series?
Yeah.
You jumped up to the 5,100 cash games. Is that what happened?
No, well, I mean, I played a little bit bigger when I was 19. I was playing 25, 50 regular, and when I jumped to 5,000, I went on a big downswing then, but at the time I was playing mostly like 10-20 and 5-10 cash game, a little bit 25-50, and then I went on a big upswing in October where I had some big tournament scores, and I made like 160K in October, but like the next 4 months I lost like 150K playing like the Bahamas and like 5K like the F-tops on tilts and stuff like that, and some big staking people, and then W coops, and then 25-50 pot limit Omaha heads up. Money exchanges so quickly there, so I went on like 150K downswing.
Mm-hmm. So do you still play cash games now?
Yeah, I play cash games regularly or when I can. I haven't had much time to play lately though. I wish I could play a little bit more, but starting back up.
Do you feel like people jump up limits too fast sometimes?
Yeah, I think myself jumps up a little bit too quickly sometimes, but I think everyone has that problem a little bit.
Right. So what are you playing now?
I've just been playing.
What limit?
Basically 10-20, 5-10. I really haven't even been playing the 25-50 game. It's kind of weird. I was playing it before, but I don't know. I really don't feel the need to go on those crazy swings.
Well, that's nice. It seems like the other people that I talk to, the younger guys anyway, they never learn from their experience. They always jump right back up there right away.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends that have gone on like 800K upswings and downswings. So, seeing them and what they go through is just like, I don't even want to touch anything higher than 25-50 or the 5,000 games online. I'll play big live, but that's a little bit different. It's a little slower paced, and so
you don't have 10 tables going.
Yeah, and you can't just keep you realize what you're reloading live, and online just keep buying and jump up to like 40.
You lose track, right?
Yeah, I mean, you try to get it back. You kind of get in that mode where at least for me, where you get stuck a little bit, and go play a little bit bigger, and it goes from there.
Okay, now it's no secret that Sheets and Backs backed you, right?
Yes.
For the main event. How did that deal come about? Were you with them before?